Hey, I'll keep this quick. I have my UL Research Symposium conference tomorrow. It's from Monday to Wednesday. Essentially, it's focused on digital safety. So, with that being digital safety, it's mostly going to be focused on AI because that's a really big thing in the last like 5 to 6 years now. I have two key focuses with that conference. One is to network like crazy, and then two is to learn more about the applied AI research in different sectors of science. So like it could be chemistry and batteries, it could be fires and all that. So start off with networking. I think what I really want to do now is I think I've developed a nice set of skills, foundational skills. Like okay, I know I have a general knowledge of these technologies or frameworks or ideas. I still want to develop those, but I also want to get more experience. And it's one thing to apply to stuff, but it's another thing to know the people who are actually making those positions open. I really want to be able to connect with those people and say, okay, hey, I'm the best man for the job here. And then maybe they, even that job is not the best fit, they say, hey, I know a guy. When they meet someone, they say, I know a guy who's a good fit for this. So that's really the goal there. Also, a lot of these people are going to be PhD. People have done their PhDs. I'm thinking about doing my PhD, so I really love to learn what's that's like, and then get more advice on that. But my plan in general, for at least when it comes to speakers, is that what I'm going to do for each event, since the agenda is already out and you have the people who are speaking, I'm going to have a notes, like notes with every event, the speakers, and a short bio, so I can kind of do a synthesis of like the ideas they've already talked about on their LinkedIn or articles online, and maybe and ask questions related to that, so they get something out of it. Because like, okay, this is a question I'm really interested in, but sort of a new question that relates to other people on the panels works. I think that's one way to at least like put myself out there. Say, okay, he asked this really interesting question. I want to follow up more with him. But I don't like. I think like I can be shy at times, but I think for this conference, I just think I just want to go out there and like treat it like a numbers game. I don't think every person is gonna be willing to like connect, or like not every connection is gonna work. But I really just want to like go out there and make some genuine connections and just keep on going and stuff like saying, okay, I'm gonna really get every information about this person before I connect with them or something like that. Um, that's the networking side of stuff. In terms of the applied research side of stuff, I think one thing that I've been really interested in is I've been really focused on AI and just like the sense of AI, so maybe like retrieval augmented generation systems or maybe explainable AI, stuff like that. But I'm really interested in how AI works in different scientific disciplines, because one of the core or one of the most exciting parts about AI is how it can actually accelerate the process of scientific discoveries. So with Alpha Evolve, I know that helped with I think it was some molecular structure. I think it was DNA. I can't remember. I think it was like different DNA structures and finding out different DNA structures and stuff like that. But to see how AI can work in different applied sciences will be really cool. Even though I'm not necessarily interested in those sciences themselves independently, I'd really love to see like how it interacts with those sciences and if there's any way I can notice a gap there and kind of get more involved. So I know there's gonna be a panel discussing about like different fire incident reports and how AI interacts with that. So I really would be interested in see like, or is there any gap? Like, is there a place of that's not really addressed now? Like the technology hasn't reached that level yet that can probably address this issue for fire incident reporting. And can I actually like look into that? And that's something I'm interested in. So that's really what I want to see with the different applied AI research areas. And I think in general, this is something I've kind of talked about or hinted at for a while now. I want to try and create my own community of researchers. I've been debating today at least if it should be something where it's like, oh, just AI researchers, or if it should be research in general, because both are very broad topics. Like AI research is like so broad. There's so many stuff that encompasses. But even like research in general is more. It's like it's way more broad. And I think maybe AI research might work better just because it attracts more people. It's like okay, like if I just said researchers, like it wouldn't really be gaining value for anything. I was like, oh, researchers in general. But if I say AI research, like it gives more like a concrete idea of what people are working with. I think if I can create a Discord community, I can cultivate that over like the next year or so. Then that could be something that's really strong. And just because that's something I really look for. It's like, okay, maybe I can spit ideas with some people or brainstorm. Um, I don't necessarily have that community. I have some semblances of the idea in some places, but not really like that. A lot of it's really just like posting links, and then someone else posts the link. But there's not a lot of conversations in those communities. So I really want to build that tiny community where people can grow together and just like learn stuff together. Um, but yeah, that's where my head is at. I'm really excited for the conference. I'm really praying it goes well. I'm really excited. I don't know. I think I'm repeating myself at this point. But I think it's gonna be exciting just to learn so much more and just connect with so many people. But besides that though, I have nothing else to say, so have a great day.